What's up, everybody? Tony here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. It's Sunday, June 17th. I have some big news to share with you guys. This news was pulled, or I should say, generated from the founder of Toast Wallet, Richard Holland. So shout out to him. All credit to him. His Twitter handle is Code Tsunami. And guys, he pulled some information from back in 2015 that I wasn't even aware of. I think many folks who are Ripple XRP holders were not aware of, because it was very much in the early days where Ripple had an issue with the United States Department of Treasury Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCen. And this is a government agency, of course, part of the Department of Treasury. And I'm not going to go into the details they had then, because the takeaway is it was resolved. And that means they went through a kind of review, obviously, from a government agency. So the fact that it's coming up now that the question of is it a security or not, it's absolutely not a security, because this branch of the government gave clarification and had Ripple go through its regulations, so to speak, right? Go through the process of validating itself. So let me give you some details here, guys. So Richard went ahead and tweeted the following that he pulled. FinCen already signed an agreement with Ripple Incorporated, allowing them to continue their XRP sales. If XRP is an unlicensed security, then FinCen now has to explain why they signed an agreement allowing the sale of said unlicensed securities. Never going to happen. XRP isn't a security. Now, here's what's posted on their website, fincen.gov, right? A government agency. And this is a statement of the facts and violations, talking about the issue with Ripple back in 2015. Once again, not an issue anymore because it has been resolved. And let me read you this statement here. Number 3, the currency of the Ripple network, known as XRP, was pre-mined. In other words, unlike some other virtual currencies, XRP was fully generated prior to its distribution. As of 2015, XRP is the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization after Bitcoin. So this was back in the day, and we know Ethereum and Ripple have fluctuated, right? But guys, straight from the government, right? And they clearly state one of the factors that automatically makes Ripple not XRP not a security. It was pre-mined. It existed before the company even came about. And when the company started, they didn't even, this wasn't like the driving product, so to speak. Because remember, they have Xcurrent, they have XVIA, they have a lot of other things going on. XRapid, which uses XRP, is now coming out of beta. So the idea that XRP is a security is false, right? We know this on many fronts, including one, pre-mined. Second, you don't own part of the company. You don't own a share. You don't get, interest on it. You don't get payments, dividends, and Ripple owes you nothing. They're not promising anything, right? But we know that given its XRP's insertion to the crypto market, utility will help drive the price up because it's going to be used by banks and so forth. So that's why I feel it's a good investment. But this is kind of a smoking gun item here, guys, that I wasn't aware of this. It already went through government. I'm trying to think of the word here. The word escapes me, but essentially the fire by government, right? We already went through the fire here. And on this Twitter thread here, guys, Ripple's chief cryptographer David Schwartz jumped into this conversation, which I think is pretty cool. He says here, at the time, I was worried that the settlement would damage our credibility with the FinCen. Ironically, many saw it as a positive for reasons like this, meaning it already went through the whole interview process, if you want to say it like that, the regulation process, and the looking, comparing it to being a security or anything that's outside of the law. So guys, I think the holdup on the SEC not speaking to this is a bunch of old people. If you saw the guy who announced that Ethereum is not a security, he's an old guy. So, and I'm not being an ageist, but the technology is new, and a lot of them still trying to catch up to it mentally and all that. Also, they're trying to put almost a square in a round peg, because cryptocurrencies are new assets and are not like stocks. It's very different, and they may need to create new laws. I know they're saying they don't want to, but they may need to, because this is very different. It's something unlike we've seen before, right? It's not like a stock. You buy a stock and you own part of the company, so to speak. You get dividends, you get interest. That is not how tokens work. So, or digital assets work, I should say. So they need to figure it out. And I think also because of the lawsuit that's happening, if you remember, some guy lost $500 and he's trying to sue Ripple, but he's been a serial scammer. If you look up his background. And something else, Ripple, guess who's helping Ripple to fight this case? A former chair of the SEC is helping them out. So Ripple's got some of the government officials in their back pocket. They've worked with the government and regulations since the beginning. So guys, don't worry, keep holding, don't panic. It will eventually be announced that Ripple is not a security. Now, the other item, the other branch of the government, the Federal Reserve here, guys, has given its take on XRP and Ripple. If you guys recall, they gave their endorsement. This is going back to 2017. This is last year, where they said in a quote here, let me pull it up for you guys. I'm trying to, the Federal Reserve Payment Task Force, McKinsey, let me see. I'm trying to see the McKinsey assessment. I'm trying to see who they quoted, but it says here, Ripple enables financial institutions the ability to operate cross-border payments faster than blah, 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 blah. Anyway, you guys have read this. You guys know about this news. It's on Ripple's website. But now I have a second branch of the government, so to speak, who gave their endorsement of Ripple. So what's going on here is the SEC don't know what they're doing. Like I said, I think they're still trying to digest this technology and what's happening here. And also, I think because of the lawsuit that's going on, maybe that's why they haven't come out and said this, distinctly that Ripple XRP is not a security. Especially the fact that they said Ethereum is not a security is that in itself makes it, which is more related to XRP than it is Bitcoin. Makes it more likely that they're going to say Ripple is not an XRP. But like I said, guys, all the information is here. I'm going to share a link to Richard's tweet here, thread, so you guys can read through it. And he has some great things to share here. So once again, all credit to Richard, the founder of Toast Wallet. Check him out, code Tsunami on Twitter. But there you have it, guys. The facts are here, right? Ripple already went through this with the FinCen section of the government, the Department of Treasury there, and the Federal Reserve has given them an endorsement. So the SEC just needs to catch up here and stop with the BS, and they need to do this hopefully in the next coming week, saying Ripple XRP is not a security and let's move on, because and they need to do this not only for XRP, but I think for at least the top 20 to 30 coins, because uncertainty, right, for even the other altcoins is going to slow the investments down that are going to be put into this market. They need to come out and talk about Litecoin, Stellar, and all the others, EOS, and all of that, right? Cardano. They need to come out and say, hey, out of these, and start with the top 20 to 30, because that's majority of the money is going to go there, right? They need to come out and distinctly say, hey, these items are not securities, or this is one is a security. But I know for sure Ripple XRP is not a security. So there you have it, guys. Check out the link in the description to read this whole thing. We've gone through this many times, but it's really great to have actual facts coming from a government, posted on their website, fincen.gov. So this is definitely positive news. So keep holding on to your XRP. Don't panic. Don't worry. Keep holding. We're going to make money. We just got to wait for that next big bull run, and we see the stage is being set. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? I'm not sure if you guys came across this today. Let me know your thoughts. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll talk to you guys later.